Everyday life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Non-agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this first day of September 1, 2015. We've got a couple of guests today, very important topic. I want to introduce you first of all to NANETTE WARD. Good to have you here, NANETTE.
Thank you, Paul.
Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking Alliance.
Coalition.
Mm-hmm. And you brought along a very special guest, right?
DOUG CARR, and we are
Welcome, Doug.
missing
Nice
his
to meet
wife, Barb, but wanted them to be able to be showcased on your show. He and his wife were our 2015 Abolitionists Award recipients that the Coalition gives every year to a special person, or in this case, persons who have made a significant contribution in supporting the work of anti-trafficking in this area. And they certainly did that in many ways. But I want Doug to be able to share his story.
Doug, first of all, congratulations to both you and your wife. And I'm sorry she couldn't be here today. She was just a little bit under the weather.
Yes.
What's her first name?
Barb.
Barb. Okay, Barb, we're thinking of you, and we hope that you're feeling better. But tell me how both of you got involved and why you got involved with this.
Well, I can't speak for NANETTE, but I don't know.
You and Barb.
You mean us?
Yeah. You and
I
Barb.
got you. Well, everyone's got their interest and their cause and what they feel like they want to work on to make a difference, in the world.
Right.
And this has really been, I have to say, because she's a little bit more into a different subject, into autism and things like that. But we go along on each other's ride. But I'm really interested in this cause. I've always kind of done well with people who other people don't understand well, and be able to help them and understand where they're coming from. And for me, these girls who get caught up in this, I seem to do well with understanding, being able to understand and help them.
They grabbed your heart. They grabbed your heart.
Yeah.
How many people have you actually been able to help?
Well, I guess that's a subjective things, because there's some things that you do that help a lot of people. I would say I haven't done a lot of one-on-one particularly, but I've done a lot with supporting NANETTE particularly, and being able to do education with to educate young people so they don't get caught up in this kind of thing.
Oh, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Just getting the word out makes a difference.
And we, as you know, we do a great deal of education. Anybody's interested, please let us know. But we have educational material that's very valuable. And he and Barb have a home printing business. And for the last several months, they have printed everything that we use to promote the coalition and do educational presentations, all the handout material. And that's money that normally we would have spent from the donations given to us that now don't need to be spent. But in fact, now all of it that's donated, because they're contributing the printing, goes directly to survivors. So for example, today I'm going to pick up somebody's medication, and that'll be $20, $30, and that's funds that we don't have to use towards printing. Somebody else, survivor in Missouri, lost her job, and we're going to help with her rent for $400. So this kind of need is ongoing. I wanted to say those examples so people could know in what ways we actually help hands-on with this cash assistance. And that's how they make a difference in contributing in other ways with resources that they have that enables us to fully have the funds available, or more fully have the funds available for survivors. You never know how much or what it is they're going to need, but we try to be there, and we've yet to have to say no.
Now, in Central Missouri, over the past years that you have been involved with this, you've been involved quite a while, Do you see an increasing problem or a decreasing problem with human trafficking?
Oh gosh, definitely not a decreasing problem. So Paul, in the time that we've been doing our works in the last 7 years now, we were formed in 2008. It went from being the third largest criminal industry after drugs and guns, illegal guns, to becoming the second largest criminal industry. So without question,
So you're saying
it's a
human
growing
trafficking
crime.
is the
Second largest criminal industry in the world.
In the world?
In the world, yes, yes. It's a $32 billion criminal industry. So there's money to be made. There's no reason for anybody to slow down or slack off. And we're, the resources to support survivors, as well as the education that has to happen to prevent and train law enforcement. There's so many pieces to this effort that we need to work on still.
I know we could continue talking with Doug for a lot of time because your heart and soul is in what you're doing, trying to help. And just when I was thinking about you providing all of the printing material, that is reaching thousands of people. So what you're doing is really a very important job.
Absolutely critical.
In the short time that we have left, which is about 2 minutes, give some of the warning signs and that someone listening could pick up on just not right with somebody they're seeing.
So I want to highlight a particular documentary called Chosen. It's 20 minutes, and if anyone's interested, please call us and we can give our number and email. But I have used that documentary that highlights the trafficking of two young girls, one who's like 13 or 12 even, another who's 18. And it's very real and very eye-opening, and that has been very effective for all ages of audiences, young people and adults. The older boyfriend is a real big clue for many girls. I want to be sure to say boys are trafficked as well, men are trafficked as well. But in the case of girls, oftentimes it's older boyfriend. It's a bad sign if that's happening, because they can start off convincing them, I love you, and then they get their bond, and then they convince them that, well, do this for me because I love you. Or they could just get their love and then say they love them and then beat them up and say, well, if you don't do this, who's going to take you? I'm the one that loves you. So it can go either way, but that's one serious sign.
One sign. Another one was, you were telling me that if you see someone working and they're never alone, they're being...
So in labor trafficking, if you have someone who you might have someone in domestic servitude in a home, and there's someone else there, but you never see them really leaving the house much, and they never make eye contact. That can be this true if somebody comes into an emergency room or a doctor's office and they're looking on the ground and controlled by someone else. They don't have their paperwork, that kind of thing.
All right. For more information, the website is
www.stophumantraffickingmo.com. Our toll-free number is 866-590-5959. The toll-free hotline number is 888-377-888.
You got it all in. Doug Carr, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope your wife feels better.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, Rotary Club and Maplewood Barn. We'll see you tomorrow. Drop me an email, pepperp, missouri.edu, something you'd like to hear or see. Bye-bye.